good.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess my question for you is similar, jumping off of that Star Trek question. The recent franchise that J.J. Abrams
Yeah.
has directed
Yeah.
deals with time travel and parallel universes. So, seeing that the original Spock, Leonard Nimoy, is in that franchise. If you were ever approached to jump on board to kind of be like a mentor to your younger self, would you be open to?
Question I have ever heard. There's no time for an answer. The thing I said to Leonard when I saw his performance was, you're old when you go back in time and you're still old.
There you go.
As for me doing something, hey, all he has to do is ask.
First and foremost, you've been on so many iconic projects, whether it's, as we've heard, Seinfeld, Jurassic Park, Toy Story, the list goes on and on. When you're doing a project, what would you say is the one thing that draws you to that project? Because you seem to kind of have like a magic touch in terms of knowing, or you can never know.
The truth matter is you don't know. I mean, like when I was doing, one of the earliest things I did was Dirty Dancing. And we had no idea. You're in Lake Lure, North Carolina, with a bunch of non-union dancers, and you're at some lodge, and you're thinking, oh, I don't know if anybody will ever see this movie. And then 20 years later, little girls are still seeing it and crying and whatever, more than that. So you don't know. I mean, sometimes you do, like Jurassic. I think I kind of knew, Somebody says you could, Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park,
right.
CGI dinosaurs. You go, all right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand you're in the middle of the third season of the X's on TV Land. Can you talk a little bit about what fans can expect in terms of the character's arc, going forward towards the end of the season?
Well, there's two things that are going on in this season that are surprises. One is Haskell, the character that I play, has been very bitter towards his ex-wife for the longest time. Well, she shows up in this season, and something strange happens that causes them to reconnect, which throws him for a loop. And there's going to be a relationship that started among the cast in the show that nobody's foreseeing that will have effects into future seasons. So those are two things you can watch for in the X's.
Awesome. Well, aside from X's, what other projects do you have coming up or kind of in the pipeline?
Well, ironically, I was on the dais today with Roseanne Barr, and Roseanne and John Goodman did a pilot that they were going to bring back to NBC, the two of them, and it didn't work out. The cast of that show have created a web series called Bitter Party of Five, and my episode is just now coming out on that. So that's something that you can currently watch.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Wayne. Appreciate it. As present day Roseanne now, if you look back or you had advice for Roseanne maybe 10 or 15 years ago, what advice would you give her, now that you have that experience presently? What would be something that?
Don't ever do the sobriety thing.
Well, lastly, not a lot of people are aware of this, but outside of comedy, you've carried a lot of other hats, whether it's directing, writing, producing, what have you. So, what's the next project that you'll be working on? Are you gonna, continue to tackle a project using those different hats, or are you gonna, continue to work on in front of the cameras?
I don't really know. I do 5 or 6 things at once, and I do them all real bad, and then I don't get any job. No, but I do a lot of things at once. I like doing multiple projects and wearing multiple hats, like you said. It's fun. Doing something different every day has been really fun for 10 or so years.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.